This video is about to get very surgical, so stay with me. But I think we owe Meek Mill an apology, bruh. For a few things, but mainly how we allowed the beef between him and Drake take place. You see what I'm saying? And that sounds crazy at first, but I believe as I break down the whole situation, I think it'll give you a more clear view on what might have actually happened in that scenario and how this decided the fate of one of the realest rappers, hip hop dudes that came out of that blog era. So before I even get into all that, let's just take a look into Meek Mill's background for those of you that don't know.
Like I'm so motherfucking hungry, man, my head hurt. I had to get myself together, make my head work. But at the same time, keep my rap career first. But everybody know the hood could be your worst distraction. And when a nigga disrespect you, gun your first reaction. That's how we living in this struggle, all we got is pride. So when a nigga take it from you, shit, you gotta ride. Murder, homicide.
Now, as y'all can see, Meek Mill is somebody who come from the cloth. Not just the cloth of being from the streets, but bro was in Philly doing these raps. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is the core of a lot of the, you know what I'm saying, the heaviest spitters in the game. Like, some of the best rappers always come from Philly, and Meek Mill was one of those dudes who understood the rules, who understood the competition, who understood the competitiveness, and had that sense of hip-hop culture instilled in him from the jump, just being in Philly. I want y'all to keep that in mind. But now let's go over what this whole beef was about in the first place. So Meek Mill got a song on Dreams Worth More Than Money featuring Drake, okay? So Drake got this line in the song where he says, "The girl your dreams to me is probably not a challenge." Now, a lot of people at the time felt like this was a shot at Meek Mill, to the point where Meek Mill asked if this was a shot, right? And basically they was like, nah, Drake didn't even write it. It was a different guy, right? They then told him that Quentin Miller was the dude who wrote the verse. So Meek Mill, you know what I'm saying, basically crashed out and went on Twitter and said, Drake does not write his own stuff. So Drake drops Charged Up and nobody likes it, bro. I'm saying everybody is saying this shit is trash. If you was there, you remember, bro, everybody was saying Charged Up was garbage. And Meek Mill wasn't responding for two reasons. Number one, he felt like the song wasn't good enough to respond to. Number two, he didn't feel like he had to go head to head with somebody that don't write their shit. Because you got to think about it. Being like, bro, this is hip hop we talking about, bro. Having a ghostwriter or having somebody sending you reference, like that's crazy. The verses, that was a no-no back in the day. You was clipped if that found out about you, bro. But then Drake dropped back to back and it was getting played in all the clubs and it was getting played. We're going to get back to that. So at this point, Meek Mill feel like he got to respond because it seems as so that back to back is going crazy, right? So he did respond with his track, Wanna Know. And before I get into that, I just want to explain something to y'all about battle rap. First of all, shout out Rum Nitty. If you've never seen a Rum Nitty battle, you need to. This dude is an alien, bruh. He's an alien. But in battle rap, there's a couple things that is going to like have you automatically lose a battle. In battle rap, you would be committing career suicide if a battle rapper could prove that somebody else was writing your shit, bruh. In battle rap, if I'm battling you and I can prove that somebody else is writing your shit, you're dead. You're dead. I don't even gotta say much. I can start my round with the proof and end that shit. Cause you don't write your shit, nothing you say matters anymore. Cause we don't know if you wrote it. Now this is the thing. I didn't stop being a fan of Drake until I found out it was true. You see what I'm saying? And when I found out it was true, that's when I knew. I was like, I can't rock with Drake no more. But I found out it was true through Meek Mill.
I just wanna know if you ain't right there running through the six shit. Tell us who the folks quit running through the six with. Running through the six with my folks. Count money, you know how it goes. All the real live forever, baby. And the fake get exposed.
Boom. Quentin Miller is exposed as a ghostwriter for Drake through a reference track that Drake made almost no adjustments to. In my mind, it was over. In my mind, it was over. In the minds of the people that I was talking to face at this point, it was over. But something happened. Nobody cared that Drake got exposed for having a ghostwriter. And it was because the song was being back to back was being played so many places. People was just like, well, this is a good song, so who cares? It was crazy. And I watched in real time the internet start to switch and say that Drake won the battle. I remembered it from point to point. I remember this. And Meek Mill said something very interesting at the beginning of Wanna Know Too.
I wanna know if a nigga ain't really putting it in, but acting like he putting it in. Niggas still letting it fly like it's cool. I really wanna know, man. This shit getting different out here. It's getting spooky.
Here Meek Mill is saying, how is everybody letting this dude slide? And y'all know he don't write a shit. Like, this shit is changing. This is not the hip hop we used to know. And he was telling the truth, because right after this beef, a huge shift in the culture took place, where the commodification of this shit and the rules changing and ghostwriting didn't matter no more. And bro, so many rules were broken with this rap beef right here. And the fact that we as a culture allowed it to take place and we allowed Meek Mill to take that L, we also gave hip hop a huge L. And you can see over the years that took place after this rap beef, bro. 100%. Another reason we need to apologize to Meek Mill was because I'm very sure, right, that the things that Drake is accusing UMG of doing for Kendrick is because they did it for him versus Meek Mill. And I know that sounds like a crazy theory, but I want you to hear me out. First of all, Kendrick Lamar alludes to something involving back-to-back in Euphoria. Back-to-back, I like that record. I'm going to get back to that for the record. Also, in UMG's response to Drake, they say something very interesting. Throughout his career, Drake has intentionally and successfully used UMG to distribute his music and poetry, to engage in conventionally outrageous back and forth rap battles, to express his feelings about other artists. He now seeks to weaponize the legal process to silence an artist's creative expression. Throughout his career, Drake has intentionally and successfully used UMG to distribute his music in rap beefs. It seemed like everybody just really went past that. You see what I'm saying? And they're alluding to something here that if you look at everything else, it points to the fact that the reason Drake can't believe he lost. And he's pointing to the fact that the only way I could have lost is if what they did for Kendrick, what they did for me is what they did for Kendrick. I'm telling y'all, bruh, we let bots create that narrative. When these new pop fans that Drake brought into culture, we didn't care about our history. We let them control the narrative, and that's where we fucked up. And that's what brought us those years of what we just experienced, bro, before this new shit. And it's crazy, bruh. All I'm saying is, the second you heard that reference track, that should have been the end of that beef, bro. Because in battle rap, that'd be the end of somebody. That'd be the end of somebody. You see what I'm saying? And it's the same thing in the sport. You can't have motherfuckers like, no, how am I supposed to take anything you write serious? And I know motherfuckers writing for you. And we let that slide with no proof that nobody helped them write the diss tracks. You see what I'm saying? Like, we fumbled the ball. We fumbled. And that's why he got his ass whooped by Kendrick so much, because he bought into his own hype. Drake bought into his own hype with that shit, bro. And that's why he got smoked by Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? Like, but hey, and I appreciate y'all checking out my music. My monthly listeners going up. It ain't a whole lot, but it's more than it was before. You know what I'm saying? And I've been getting great reviews. Thank you to everybody that's enjoying the music. Also, if you love Brenda's Got a Baby by Tupac, or you love Tammy's song or Sing About Me by Kendrick, you gonna love this. It's a true story. Everybody who's been listening to it, they love it. You know what I'm saying? They really do. So I think you'll enjoy it too. It's deep. It's powerful. It's reflective. Like, I think you'll really enjoy it. So check that out for me. Love y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe, and more content coming soon.